Hello and welcome to Farthest Frontier. So, I'm still waiting for patch 0.9.7 to be released. Not quite sure when that's actually going to come out, but I'm trying to keep this game going for as long as possible because I don't really want to start a new game until, you know, we've got a fully released game, because there's going to be quite a lot of changes and I already know I'm missing out on certain things because it needs a new map. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep this going for as long as possible. The only trouble is gold. Gold's a big problem. Out of curiosity, how much have we got? I mean, I've got a bit there and I've got a bit there. So we're at the point now, I think, where I've got a permanent gold mine here. I think I've got one down here, I think. Yeah, there's one there. And there's one there. But they don't produce hardly any gold at all. I mean, they're complaining a lot of... that's something I find a bit odd, because it's saying it's complaining about transferring goods. It's saying a lot of the time is spent transferring goods, but... I mean, the gold would get collected from here by, say, like the wagoners. They would then take it over to the smelters, forges, over here. So let's see. So that's a smeltery. And then you've got the foundry. So that all gets brought over to here. But the wagoners, I mean, the actual miners don't do that. So it's interesting. I mean, one thing I did notice though was that when they're basically busy, well, these folks here, even if they live down, say, in this little village here, they don't get access to things like the production tools that they get, the different types of clothes, the shoes, and so on, because... let's see, where's the market? Somewhere in here is a market. There's a market. So the market doesn't store those types of things. So I was thinking, maybe I should try and make things a bit easier. I don't know if I can fit a storage in here though. Well, there's different ways I can tackle this, I think. I can either bring the clothes manufacturing here, or I can start setting limits on storage. So you can have storage limits at a global level. Right in here, you can click on a resource and say, like here for instance, I don't want any more than 4,000 coal being produced. And that's globally, right across the map. But you can also go to individual storage facilities and set limits. So it's like, I don't want you to store more of this item here. So I'm thinking of trying that, because I've just noticed I'm kind of like struggling for the space over here. I mean, it's a permanent mine I could put there for iron. So I'm just trying to think about other things, because another thing I was thinking of is bringing the actual manufacturing closer to here, but I'm kind of like running out of room. I mean, I could move the crypt out of the way. I suppose that might be another option. The crypt doesn't necessarily have to be within the place. I think I originally moved it because it wasn't quite linked up. So actually I think what I might do is move that out of the way. The only trouble is people have a bit of a problem if you've got certain types of buildings close by. I mean, let's see if we do like was it a smeltery or a... Yeah, I think the lower tier one is the foundry, so it would have to be, say, over here somewhere. Now to move that, that's only 15. Actually, that's not too bad. I think I might move that out of the way. So it's winter now. I'm going to wait till the winter's passed, because another big problem I've got is the clothing. I'm just curious, actually, what are these people doing going up and down here? Only 15 and you're
Work to be done.
stuck in the house. You're a builder.
Aye.
You're a miner. So you're a miner. You're seeking shelter. Where you... Ah, no. So that is Stagram. That's Eklund. I can't remember what he looks like. That's embarrassing.
Yes.
Here's Stagram. So he could either work in here. That's not him. Because he's got like a... Oh, it tells you the names there. Oh, unless he lives... Well, it's also this one, I suppose. Yeah, it would be good if you can... I know in some games what you can do is you can click on a person and it'll actually show you their house.
Work to be done. What needs doing?
Wow, he's only 19. So I don't know where... Because what I'm trying to work out is... Basically, I want to take this path out. The reason being is I don't want an easy path up to this place here. And I can see there's already quite a few people going up and down here for some reason. If it's builders and labourers, I don't mind, because they can take another route.
Aye.
It's people... You're a fisherman. Why are you here? Ah, right. They probably work down here somewhere. Surely. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. This is the trouble. Like you'd expect people to live close to where they work, but that's not necessarily true. So there's different ways I can do that. I don't want to punch a hole through there, because this is the backup path. On the other hand, I don't want people going up there, so I think what I might do is just level this, and then it stops people coming up here. I think that's what I might do. It'll drop the height a bit, I must admit, but it is what it is. Then we'll have to either take this path, which is a long way around, or they'll have to come around here. Which, incidentally, we could run a path down there. Although at some point I need to build this out as well, which has got towers. So the idea is if anybody does use the backup path, they'll have to deal with towers up there. They're basically at a bit of a height. The only way to get to them would be through maybe this. So I'm thinking of extent. It's kind of a pain. I went to a lot of trouble of like leveling this out. Now I think I want to block that because I don't want an easy path to here. I want to make that difficult, so I think I'll end up having to twiddle around with the height on this place as well, so that it's basically undoing what I'd done before. So there's no easy way through here, because there's usually you get armies spawning over here maybe, or down here. I either want to force them through that town there, or through that one there. So I might have a little sneak way of getting to there. That's a possibility. We could run a trench through there. I'll have to think about it, but in the meantime I need to move, getting towards spring, so I want to level this place out. Then we'll move the crypt while I'm at it. Now up here, there's no permanent, I mean there's a permanent gold mine up here, so I think I might set up a forge here. That would make sense, and then they can just focus on the gold. I mean, I've got permanent stone, I don't have permanent iron. Because I was going to move the forges up here, because I can get them to make coal up here. You can produce little charcoal kilns. So I could get them to do that. I could move these, because originally these were all put in here. The idea was to have like an industrial area, and then all the resources get brought to them. But I think I might move some of these up to here. That might make more sense, because then I can bring some well, they're right next to the gold. The gold's always going to be here, so it makes sense to have somebody always here that makes gold, and that's all they'll just do. As a temporary thing, I can have somebody up here who does the iron, and then it's just a case of trying to find a way to get the coal up here. That's interesting, that how the snow, I've just noticed that the snow is cleared out on the lower levels, but it still hasn't cleared out on the higher level. That's an interesting touch, that. It's not something I've noticed before. Right. Is this going to cost money to move? 120, right. Because this was the plan basically all along, was to put all the important buildings up here. So this place here, the trading centre, it holds quite a lot of gold. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't have any desirability effect. Amenities. Yeah, it's neutral as far as desirability goes. So I think moving this shouldn't really be an issue. So can I squeeze that there? So that if I put that, let's put that here. Let's see. There isn't a road there yet. So I'll get them to run the road along here. And then we'll move that up to there. I mean, the one thing I don't know what's going to happen is if we move the actual town centre. I don't know what the impact of that's going to be, but we'll have to see. Right, now that it's spring again, I'll get them to do some levelling over here. The trench still needs digging out, so we'll get them to do some over here. I think I've moved over to this side, haven't I? Right, so we want to run a job along here now. And then I'm going to have to start undoing what I did before, which is to basically run that. So the bigger it is, the better, I think. It'll take longer, but that's 625. It just means there's more cells at that height than that height. I mean, I'll pull this section down a bit, but hopefully not too much. But then it'll basically block off this path. And then what I'll do is another job which will start to block this off. So that's going to have to be another 625 job. So we'll get them to pull this road up to a higher height. Then eventually they won't be able to get up there. They'll just be cut off, which is, yeah, it is what it is. So they're moving the trading post. They're moving. I haven't moved any of these, so I think I'll pick up. I think I want to pick up this one. So this is a higher tier one. Now this is the odd. Okay, that was a bit weird. I'm sure I clicked on something. Right, if I pick up this one, I'm going to tell this lot, don't bother making any iron, just focus on gold. I'm going to move this one up to here. Now, it's impacting the houses. So let's flip this around, we'll put it at the edge. So all they're going to do is just produce gold. I don't think I've got a storage facility, so we'll build a storage facility which is of that type. Yeah, I might end up moving that down a bit. Put that there. So all they're going to do now is just make gold. It shouldn't be too difficult because the gold's there. In here rather. So that's where it's being mined. So they'll either go directly to it, or the wagoners will start bringing gold ore here. So I'll wait for this lot to get done. So right, okay, so our town centre, not our town centre, our trading posts moved. So in theory, I'm expecting these 4 people to move to here. Come over and live here. Speaking of which, I think I'll put in some extra houses. I mean, I've got a cap of about 1,500 on people, specifically. It's just because the performance, even at this level, it's really having a problem, the computer, to run this game. It takes forever to load. So I think you can have more houses potentially. We'll see once these get built if that amount goes up. So maybe it's just a cap on the number of people. General. Yeah, maximum villagers. Oh, the maximum villagers is set to 2,000. Oh, crikey, okay. Okay, well, we'll see. So in which case I haven't actually got that. I thought for some reason it was still at 1,500, but never mind. I mean, speaking of villages, how many... I've got quite a bit of surplus there. Because I've pulled everybody out of the guard towers. Just because it's costing too much money. Right, how are we doing over there? Oh, they've done that already. Great, that's good. Right, let's get back to that then. Because the sooner we can get this done, the better. Because the whole idea of this is that that's plan B. That's the last resort, if you will, for getting up to there. I really want, like, any armies, if they turn up, to come up that way. If they go through there, they'll either have to come through that town or this town, which means I might have to seal this off. We'll basically put a wall along here. Actually, that's probably a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do that just on the object. No, I don't want that type of wall. Fences, walls. So that walls off that area. I mean, they might still just pass through. You know, they might still come down here and go through there. Because the one thing I don't know is this the target, the town centre? Is it the markets? Because they do seem to go in different directions. I mean, it seems to be quite random. I've had, like, armies spawn up here, for instance, and sometimes they'll come down here. Sometimes they'll come down there. But I don't know what they're necessarily targeting. They do eventually. I mean, sometimes you'll see them. They'll start just wrecking the buildings, the houses. You'll see them heading for the marketplaces, because you'd assume they're either after the gold or they're after your goods. It's got to be one or the other. Right. So I'm not getting good prices on things, but I still need money now. I'm going to try and hold out because. The more gold that I've got, the more likely I am to attract a private army, I think. So there's nothing here that I can see we can buy other than maybe the tools, but they're going at a high price. So I might trade it off. I'll try and maybe sell her some things just to offset the costs. If we buy, say, 20 of these, that's going to cost me 1140. I mean, I've got quite a bit of coal. Let's try selling some of these. Candles go for... Well, that's not too bad. Kind of balances it out a bit. Because coal we can dig, or we can get the charcoal. Speaking of which, I'll need some charcoal miners, won't I? Charcoal miners? What are they called? Like, there's charcoal kilns. Ooh, now they don't like that. They are far too close. So maybe I'm going to have to put these further away than I thought. I might have to move them over to here then, which is a bit of a pain. Because they're further away from the gold mine. Right, they'll be complaining of a lack of beer. There's not a great deal I can do about that. Have you finished that already? Oh, craggy. Okay, well, how about you dig some more then? Because the idea behind this is I'll have a trench. And then on the right side of... trouble is, I don't know if that's... Yeah, it should be high enough. On the right side, we'll then have towers. So towers, you won't be able to get direct access to the towers if you do take that path. That's my theory. Oh, the road's looking definitely wibbly-wobbly now. It's almost level. So if we do it from, say... from here... very fussy about the cell sizes, this thing. Ah, there you go, 625, right. Find the edge of that one. 562. So that's started to level out. Yeah, it's not quite right. Right, I'll pull that cell. 625. I'll see how that does. So basically we'll cut off there. You won't be able to just cut through here and then back to there. You're going to have to go through the town. And then eventually this road will get cut off. So I'll take that out anyway. It's not doing anything. At least it won't be, surely. Roads and fencing. Oh, got Scove the Butcher. What's Scove got? Or what is Scove? Oh, butchicles. I've sold. Typical. I could have gotten a better price for their clothes. Oh, now I could sell some of these. Now, oh, butchicles, you don't have those, right? Well, I'll tell you what, let's try buying. If we buy all of them, that's actually not bad. 644. You're a bit pricey. Because I definitely need those because pelt's a big problem. I don't necessarily need that many. Let's sell. I'll sell you that amount. And just pay a bit of money over in the piggy bank. Just double check. So, yeah, I got it done with some honey, but I think that'll do for now. Right, so we're leveling that out. Leveling that out. I need to finish leveling this area out. Go that away. That away. And then I'll move this over to there and I'll do something kind of similar up here. But this one, I mean, they at some point will be able to do the gold and the iron. I mean, that's a thought. Let's take that out. Oh, that is iron there. So there's iron, there's some iron up there. So that's just surface iron. We know about that one. That's the permanent iron. Yeah, there's none there either. There's a bit there. So once these are gone, we're just going to be down to one single mine. So it probably makes sense to then start moving all the forges down to here. And I might end up reducing the number of forges. I don't think we'll produce that much iron anyway. Right, so that's built. I think I'll upgrade that. Because why not? So I'm just waiting for the stone to be delivered for them too. Why did it take so long to move that? So that mine there, once these have gone, then these little houses should have better desirability. That's permanent, there's not a lot I can do about that. If we have a look at out of curiosity, how big of an impact does that have? Oh, hold on. Yeah, it has a very... So maybe it's a case of it's because that desirability is already low. Maybe you just can't get any lower. Oh, maybe it's because I can't build it. It won't tell me. If I put that... Yeah, it's a bit odd that. It is what it is. Right, so that's now up there. And how much is it going to cost me to move that? 1,000 gold. It is tempting because that's the ultimate plan, but at the moment we've still got ways into there that I need to shut off. I need to stop them using that path there, which incidentally I can take that bit out, can't I? Let's take that out. Ooh. That's still kind of there. That's fine. So busy beavering away over there and over there. That'll end up being a mine, but I think over here we'll have forges. That's interesting. That's going to be a problem because, well, as long as I've got some forges over here, or rather the blacksmiths, I should say, they'll still be able to produce the tools, the weapons, and so on. Because that's the problem I've got, as far as I can see here, is that I've got people here going out to long distances to try and get their clothing and their tools and so on. So I think that's why they end up wasting a lot of time. Oh, fudgesicles, this is bad. This is bad with a capital bad. We've now got raiders. Now I didn't notice that until those arrows started popping up. It would have been nice to have a warning, because I think you get like an audible warning when the attack begins. And this is another challenge I've got, is I'm taking people out of the towers to save money, but I suspect I'm losing all of the armor, the weapons and so on, which is a big pain. Let's sell some of this because I've got too much of it. I think I might set that to, I think the maximum you can do is 500. Yeah, 500. Because I've got a permanent, like a deep mine for sand now. Soup. Right, oh, we're not producing enough baskets still. Let's buy some of them because it helps them, like it helps the labourers, I believe, like carry things, having them. Right, now I'm gonna, and this is another thing, like you've got a like a quick way to call people to the town centre. Just by clicking that, and then you can just disable it. You don't have an equivalent for the towers. And that would have been good. Now, this is the thing I'm concerned about. These people are now going to go out and get weapons, which to me is, you need some way to recycle weapons. I'll put 2 on each of these, 1 in the center tower. I'll put 2 over there. I'll have to just see where they go, because as far as I can tell, they're up in the corner. So they'll either head to here or over to the right. Oh, that needs upgrading. Is it going to let me pick that? Foobar. Select the builds. Oh no, I don't want the build site, I want the actual building. So let's put 2 people in there. On the off chance they decide to head in this direction, I'll put some people in here. But it's a very slow and painful process having to do this. I'd much prefer to have an easier, just one-click button that says, you know, garrison the towers or empty the towers. And my big concern is they're not going to have enough weapons to be able to, or armor's probably not so much of a problem, but weapons is. I think we're okay there. I'll just have to see how that goes. So I'm not garrisoning the rest of the place. So now we get a warning that we're being raided. So now it's going to actually start. So I've got a small garrison there. Again, I'm not spending too much on garrisons because it just costs too much. And I can never afford enough troops to match the number of soldiers that are coming at you. Alright, I'm going to have to get the cavalry out then. Right, where is the cavalry? Head over to here. Well, better still, let's go outside. See, that's another thing. This is supposed to slow down. There's the speed controls there. It says reduce the game speed for toggle events. When there's a raider attack, we should slow down to ×1. It's not doing that. That feature's been there for a while, but it's not working. At least not for me anyway. But I'll use the cavalry to take out that battering ram that I noticed. Right, so they're on the move. Question is there anybody in there? See, they're all seeking weapons. This is the problem.
At once.
Right, there's the battering ram up there.
Will be done.
They're taking too long now to go and get the gear. And I honestly, I don't know if there's actually anything there for them to use. That's a pain. Right. Leave them alone.
Right
Head down to
away.
here. Get out of there. Because the trouble is they're very susceptible to
As you command.
archers for some reason. Even though they're going around with like big
Right
heavy
away.
plate mail. So they are... Right, where are you?
At the ready.
So you're all the way down there.
Your orders.
You're all the way over there. So they haven't got like any heavy mail or anything. So this is the trouble. I'll have basically kicked out a lot of heavily armoured people to save myself some money. And then it's costing me this. I mean, I don't know how much they actually cost, to be honest. Soldier training is about 303, so maybe I'd have to leave them in. I don't know. At least some of the troops now are pulling out in this direction. Right now, so these will be able to take pot shots because they're always there. So they just take pot shots of anything nearby. What I could do. I mean, they're going to probably wreck that place over there, which is a bit of a pain, but hopefully it gives my people time to garrison. Now, where are they heading? Oh, they're attacking the gold mine. Or are they? Now, where are these ones? They're busy seeking weapons.
At the
Where
ready.
are you? You're all the way over there. Logicals. Right, let's
It
head
will
over
be done.
head
Right
over
away.
here. I mean, how many troops are there over here? Oh, there's a lot. I don't know if we can tackle them.
Right away.
If I can grab their attention with the cavalry,
Right away. Right away.
at least I can pull
Right
them
away.
off somewhere. Oi, there's a lot of them over there. Yeah, they're all busy go off gathering weapons and so on. This is the trouble. Oh, fudgesicles.
At once. At once.
Yeah, so maybe I
As
can
you
just lead them
command.
on a wild chase. Just head up
At
there.
once. Right away.
Yeah, that's a
It
bit
will be
embarrassing.
done.
That's a lot. I'm just saying it's a lot.
It will
And
be
it's
done.
going bad because we just don't have anybody in the towers. Right, let's go and tackle
Right
these
away.
At once.
folks. Well, at least we'll try and do something with the cavalry. Where are these troops? They're all the way over there. So they're gonna, realistically, they're gonna break in.
At the ready.
Oh yeah. This is not good. Right, let's go and... Now these are... I don't know how many... There's a lot there. Right, let's head up
At
to...
once.
Tell you what, let's bring them in down to here.
As you command.
So they're peeling off. That's a lot of troops there. I was going to send these troops over there. I mean, there's two gates they've got to break through there. So I might be able to hold them off for a while.
As you command.
Just keep them
At
occupied.
once.
Right, so they must be peeling off because the... I think they're peeling off because they've breached the walls. So I'm just going to have to send the cavalry in. I haven't said that. If I send them to attack there,
It will be done.
once they're finished and out of reach, I mean, they can still take a few pot shots, but then I'll... I haven't said that. I think I'll just send them down there. Right, if I can hit these at the tail end,
At once.
slow this down a bit more.
Right away.
If I can start taking pot shots at that lot, it might help me. Right, they're going to cause a lot of problems. So I think, yeah, it's a bit of a problem trying to keep all these troops going while I've got the problem with the money. So they're going to wreck things and it costs you money in the process. And there's a lot of these troops still piling in. So
As
these
you
lot
command.
are all heavily focused on going in that direction. They're not paying attention to my cavalry units, which is good.
It will be done.
So at least I can try and whittle this lot down. Because I think it gets to the point where when there's just too many,
At once.
when there's not enough troops left, I think that's when they start to leave. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think there is a cut-off point where they just decide that's it. I'm getting out of here. We're not going to win. Yeah, so my cavalry at least are doing a good job here and clearing them out. I mean, I've obviously lost some buildings in the process, but yeah, that's a bit tricky, that. Right, I think I might empty that one and just leave the edge ones. That wasn't too bad. It could have gone better, but
At once.
just clear up the rest of them. Right, so you can. I don't think there's any in there. Yeah, I don't think there's any inside. So we'll have lost quite a few people, but it is what it is.
It will be done.
There's some.
Right away. As you command.
Right, go and clear that one out. Unless the tower takes it out. Right, you lot can go home. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. That was. I mean, it could have, as I say, it could have gone worse, but. It's interesting because the. Yeah, I mean, they did split off, but. So we lost 3 villages, so 227. That's not too bad, actually. So, yeah, it could have gone worse. Right, so we've got Beldar the Peddler. These are the things I want to buy. The things I want to buy, not sell. Put some money in the piggy bank. Leave that as is, I think. But I could have done with some bits and pieces. Right, so they're now there. So I think let me move that over to. Yeah, it doesn't affect anybody there. Let's move that over to there. I'll wait for that to get built, and then I'll put the storage there. I don't think we need these anymore. I'll keep those 2 there. Just I'm saying we don't need them. I'm going to keep them just on the off chance because there's quite a few people still working in the mines. Actually, I may not have enough like places for people to live. Right, we'll get back to. Oh, that's interesting. That's gone a bit of an angle. Right, so I'll keep chipping away here. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to just leave some troops garrisoning. I mean, I'll have to see what the costs are going to be. Because otherwise it could get a bit messy, like I saw there, where it was just taking them too long. And that's the bigger concern I've got, is what if we don't have enough actual weapons for them? I mean, I could I could put people into the towers, but if they don't have the gear, what they're going to do? Because I've got a cap on how many gets built. Just do that for now. Yeah, I've got a limit on how many like bows and arrows get made, just because it just fills up the storage. But if I've got to have a sudden dash of like, oh, we suddenly need like hundreds and hundreds of bows, for instance, it's like, well, yeah, you don't actually have any. So I think that's something that could be improved if they could give you this ability to have a one-click button and say, look, just fill up the towers or empty the towers or something, but also an ability to recycle. That would be extremely useful, just being able to recycle armor and weapons. Otherwise, it's a real pain because it takes a long time to make them. That's a 393. I mean, it'll do. Does it go there? Yeah, I think so. But that should cut that. That should cut that path off, so they can't. Nobody can cut through here, for instance. At the moment, they can't because they can climb up. But that'll cut that path off. So if anybody wants to get up to this building, any buildings up here, they're going to have to either come up here or take the back route to come up there. And if you want to take that back route, they're either going to have to spawn down here, which so far I haven't seen anybody do. They either spawn in the northwest or the southeast of the map. So for now, I think I can get away with doing what I'm doing. Right, so up here we're still waiting for these to get moved. We're still waiting for these to be destroyed. Why is it taking so long to get things up here? I mean, I've got a big, like, cap on like of 200 up for the builders. It seems to be taking a long time to get the resources there. I mean, it is the
Work to be done?
Yeah, it is the builders doing it. They're bringing the resources to site, so it's kind of odd. Yeah, the gold's starting to go down pretty quickly now. That's what I was concerned about. If I garrison everything, it's just going to cost me too much money. That's interesting. I put in 200 and it's already dropped by 100. Yeah, but yeah, I set this to 2000 and it dropped to... It's going down significantly higher. And there's not that many like towers I've got garrisoned. Oh, hold on. I forgot to kick them out. You can go about your normal day-to-day work. Right, so once that's finished, I'll move it over here, I think. So I'll like in an industrial area and over here. Because I'm thinking what I could do is probably get the... I think there's... Was it blacksmiths? I think it is somewhere. Yeah, if I'm getting one of the blacksmiths up here, that would be a bit better, because it's then at least it's closer for these people. They won't have to go too far, because they're relying on iron ingots. So let's grab one of them. Grab that one. That might solve the problem. Well, I say it solve the problem. I think that'll help with tools. I'm going to have to do something similar with clothes, I think. But I think with that one, maybe I could start growing... I mean, do we actually have flax over here? Yeah, we are growing flax. So it probably would make sense to start getting... At the moment, all of the clothes, like the linen clothes, are made over here. So it might make sense to start moving ones over to here. So then they'll start producing clothes closer to this area for these people. Because originally my train of thought was we'll have this big like industrial area and we'll just pull all of the resources there. The problem now is I'm running into things like these permanent gold mines, because these just stay as they are, the deep mines. They don't move. The problem I had before was with the surface mines, they've run out of resources at some point, and then it's a case of, all right, well, I'm now going to have to move all of my buildings to wherever it resources are, and that's what I've been doing over here, for instance. This is where the clay is getting produced at the moment, so I'm trying to play let's chase the clay mine. Once they become, I think, like deep mines, makes a bit more sense, I suppose, to keep those buildings close to the actual resource. Right, so that's moved. Waiting for that to move. Let's move that over to here. Because there's nobody actually lives in it. So that's fine. It's interesting that I wouldn't have thought you would get... Oh, well, I suppose it's a surface mine, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to say I wouldn't have thought you'd get too cold in a mine because you're underground, but unless it's a surface mine. I mean, like these got to be like really, really deep, so you'd think it'd be pretty warm down there. Maybe it's just a feature where you like as soon as you exit a building, you're all of a sudden you're cold. It starts to make the game a bit too complicated, I think, at that point. If you start thinking about the details like that. Right, I'll go that way, and then go on a vertical. And then we're on a horizontal. That's a thought. Have I got any wagoners here? I don't know if it matters. Well, might help. Yeah, might help. Is that amenities or services or storage? Storage, I think. Get to the belt bar. Like, crikey, we're down to 1343 already. Top up the piggy bank. So soldier training is 383. I think it was 303 before. Guard training is yeah. So guard training, I suppose, is this. These lot must be the guards. Where are you?
Your orders?
See, the trouble is they don't have like the heavy plate armor or anything like that. Yeah, I've got some. So I don't know why they don't go and get any, but... Right, so they're focused now on... Oh, now there's a thought. I need somebody who does... Ah, you know, yeah, that's a thought. Where's the... I'll need to move another one. I'll wait until it's spring maybe, and then we'll move another one. I have to think this through. Get somebody to focus on iron. Let's move that out of the way. Oh, you're out of heavy tools. Oh, fudgesicles. Have we got any? Oh, we got quite a few. So shoes, spice I've got to buy. That's a big problem. We're not producing enough tools. It's a pity you can't get these to... I don't think it works the way I'd like it to work with the... Let's see, where's the blacksmith? There's the arsenal, I only need one. If I can find the blacksmith, it would help. Yeah, it would be good if they could simplify this where you like set limits instead, rather than these ratios. So that you could just say, I want a certain amount of tools to be made. Well, maybe that it is. I think the ratios are going to get in the way though. But it'd be good if you could just say, look, give me 10 tools and 5 swords and so on. That would be, I think that would be more in line with what I would be thinking rather than this ratio thing. The ratios, it sounds good in theory, but it doesn't seem practical. Storage. I'm going to have to build one of these ones, aren't I? There's certain things that they can't store. Right, so there's a blacksmith. So they're they're going to be focusing on those. Now they're not doing so well because they're struggling to get iron ingots and coal. So once they're finished, they should start producing coal. Right, that's moved. Let's move that over there out of the way. Right, springtime. So let's start. Keep chipping away at that. I think we'll move the cemetery as well before I forget. I mean, they're still trying to flatten that place, but let's move that out of the way. Oh, that's tab to rotate, isn't it? I keep forgetting. Right, we'll move that. Ah, now hold on a tick. What about the graveyard, though? Ooh, 1,214 gold to move that. Sheesh, that's expensive. Okay, so we'll move the graveyard there. Now I don't know about the crypt though. Ooh, that's expensive. Yeah, that took a bit of a hit there. Fudgesicles. Right, so they're busy doing that. It's not quite cut off yet. So I'm going to have to play the flattening game, aren't I? To get these to a higher height. And then they won't be able to come up here anymore. And go along the edge. It's just going to be a slow process of getting everything up to the same height. Actually, that isn't true, so I want to get that there. But yeah, it'll cut that off. They won't be able to touch that. I know it'll be able to get up there, basically. Okay. Oh, hold on, have I got a chicken and egg situation? Oh, have I got a chicken and egg situation here? Can I not move it without moving the crypt? I can't move the crypt because the graveyard's getting... Ooh. Right, tell you what. Let's just delete it. Right, so if I move... I think you can only move that to another graveyard, surely. Fudgesicles. Can you delete... Okay. Amenities and services. So... Or is it graveyards? Right, so that is... I have no idea what that is. Right, let's see what... I mean, how big a graveyard can you make? Right, we'll prioritize that. Maybe I can move the crypt to there. That's bizarre. Right, so waiting for that to get built. Seriously, why? Can you get a move on? Can you move it? Move it, move it. Right, so there's that there. So if I move one of the... I don't want to move the foundry, it's a blacksmith, isn't it? There's the arsenal. There's the blacksmith. Ooh, I think we're just going to avoid the desirability problem there. Just. And then we'll widen their road. speed that up a bit. Oh, hold on. Finished over here already, Craig. Right, so just add to that. Add to that. Now, I'm going to keep my fingers and toes crossed that we don't end up with a private army coming along at some point. Because gold is a big problem. It's still a big problem. I mean, once they've done this, hopefully then I can start moving things like that. Because that's going to be a permanent, like a deep iron mine. So it would make sense to have the iron ingot production there. Now that, we could store iron ore there. We could store gold ore. Don't mind them storing that. Coal as well. Yeah, that's fine. You can store that there. Busy as little bees working on that. Just keep on flattening this place. Right, still, yeah, still able to get up and down from there. Hopefully that'll lift it up too high for them. Once they get there, we'll soon see. Nope, still not low high enough. Try again. So I think that's what I'm just going to have to keep chipping away at. There's just taking away that ability to get up to that, up to here. And then it's a case that they'll have to go the long way around. Still working on moving that. So this place here. Right, I don't want to store these sort of things here. I don't mind them storing firewood. Don't really need that or that. Stones, don't really need stones here. Or logs for that matter. Just the raw resources for these places. Barrels don't really need. Yeah, it should be fine. Just double check here. What did I do? Logs. Well, we don't really need logs. Yeah, because there's nobody nearby is going to use them. Stone can be useful, I suppose. Right, so I'm waiting for some blacksmith to be moved over here, waiting for the storage to finish, waiting for the wagoner to be finished. But it's, I mean, at least I've now got that building up here. Could be a long time before we get round to moving that. There's a vault here that probably needs moving up here as well. But I'm thinking maybe, I mean, because I'm storing like the weapons, maybe I should just leave that there. You know, all the heavy armor, because the soldiers get created down here, they're going to go there. This one's the same. So if we still start producing the weapons and armors down here, plus up here, and if I get something similar set up over here, they might be better suited and better able to cope. But yeah, gold is still an issue. And it's a big issue. I'm just saying. So I need to still finish off with this trench as well. Hopefully it won't be too long and we'll cut this path off. That's now blocked off over there. I mean, I'm thinking of like widening the walls all the way around, but so far nothing's been showing up in the southwest. So far we're still ticking along. But as I said, there's no sign of version 0.9.7 yet. And I've no idea how long it's going to be before we get the full release. So this is what I'm just going to keep focusing on then, is just trying to keep chipping away at trying to improve little bits here and there where I can. Keep the game going for as long as possible. Because that's all for another episode.